It's Tracey and Noelle. They're gonna make you LOL on 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk.
Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. This is episode 121. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, Superwoman Noelle Winters Herzog.
That is who I am.
Noelle, thank you so much for being here today. I am so blessed that we are together to cover Happily Ever After Season 6, Episode 4.
Me too. I'm very excited to be here.
Are you blessed?
I'm grateful.
Okay.
I'll say grateful.
All right. Well, I guess you're not very spiritual today.
No, I'm definitely not.
We have so many things to tell you.
Tell me.
Okay, so I'm going to go from most important to least important.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, most important. We have a brand new podcast called Catfish Trash Talk.
Yeah, we do.
It's out right now. It's available everywhere that you listen to podcasts. It is not on Patreon, but if you do want to join the Patreon, patreon.com/trash talk podcast, where you can get 16 and pregnant trash talk, unexpected trash talk, another podcast that me and Noelle love. It's called BS. There's over 200 episodes of bonus content. And you're going to love it. You're going to be so sucked in. Do you know how many people message us and they're like, we need more of you?
I don't even know how that's possible.
And I'm like, I get it, but there's over 200 episodes extra that you don't even know about.
Right.
And then they join the Patreon and they're like, what?
The things that you will learn about us from listening to BS.
Oh, you will learn everything. And then
it's really amazing.
We have so many great reviews on this podcast, and I just wanted to share some of them. If you guys want to give us a 5-star rating and a great review over at iTunes, I would absolutely love that. So I got one here. It says, I don't even watch the show. Tracey and Noelle are so hilarious that I don't even have to watch the 4-hour 90-day episodes to know what's going on. It's so entertaining, and I love the inside jokes.
That's so nice.
Okay, so now we got one that is, it's like if I gave us a review.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It says, yes, exclamation point. 5 stars. So fun. So terrible. Give me more, please.
That's a good one. That's the best review.
That is. It absolutely is. So we have so many great reviews here. Hilarious. You ladies are the funniest. Make sure you give us a review. You're gonna love it.
And make sure you tell a friend.
Tell one friend about
Only
it.
one.
Please don't tell more than that. We don't need anyone being, this is an exclusive podcast.
Yeah, we can't just have any friend here.
No, I don't need any friend here. I need just one of you have to handpick one friend.
You have to like this friend.
Also, guys, you can tweet about us. You can post about us on Instagram. And if you post about us on Instagram and you tag us and you also tag 90 Day Podcast, we repost things. So.
Oh, hard yes.
Just saying. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Stereo at Trixie2Zini, TRIXIETUZZINI. And Noelle's on all 3 platforms as well as Noe Girl. Make sure you follow us on Stereo because you never know when we're going to go live.
You never know.
You never know. Stereo.com/Trixie2Zini to get over there. And then make sure you follow Noelle as well. All right. I think I'm ready.
All right. I'm ready.
I'm ready. Okay, we're gonna start off with Kehlani and Asuelo.
I just want to start off by saying, like,
Anything.
I feel bad for her, but like I also feel like I don't feel bad for her.
Correct. I feel the same way.
Okay.
On one hand, it's like I see her struggle, and then on the other hand, I'm like, you keep doing this.
But right. It's like, this is a thing that you keep doing. It's like, I don't know how to feel, I guess, when I watch it. Sometimes I'm like, I feel so bad for her. And then other times I'm like, you're a moron.
Correct.
Yeah.
So she goes furniture shopping with Kehlani. I like how they really put the cart before the horse on this one.
We're going to go furniture shopping, but we don't have a house.
Yeah, we're just going to go furniture shopping for artwork for not a house. Also, she wants cute artwork. They don't even have a house. And you're going to like Raymore and Flanagan for your cute artwork?
Yeah. Okay, I was thinking the same thing.
How cultured are you?
Right, you're not even commissioning someone for artwork.
But I mean, go on Etsy.
Or go to Home Goods. You know?
Cute artwork at Raymore.
Yeah, no, it's so true because everything there is basically like a henna tattoo. It looks like
she loves a good Bob's Furniture original.
Yeah. Yes.
So also Kehlani broke the bench that she was sitting on. That was very funny.
Yeah, that made me LOL.
Listen, if you're breaking the bench, maybe don't buy furniture from there.
Yeah, I'm thinking like maybe it's not the best quality.
I'm just saying. And she's like, and Kalini was like, oh, this is not even screwed in. Great.
Right. Also, like, go thrift.
Okay. Also, absolutely. Solid furniture is the way to go. I love how she was rolling around. After she fell off the bench, she was like rolling.
Yep, that's what we would do.
Absolutely. I was like, oh yeah, no, I would just keep rolling, actually. Okay. They both have on Shein outfits.
Yes. Okay. So I'm like, I see these on Shein. I know because I constantly am on that site.
Same.
They are, that's all they wear is Shein outfits.
If you guys don't know what Shein is, it's this, it's almost like a Fashion Nova, but worse.
Yeah, but not bad.
But
I
also
have so
better.
many 2-piece sets from there. I can't even tell you. I walk around my house. You would think the amount of working out I do in these sets that I wear, I don't by looking at me in them. Matt's like, I like your like halter top legging combo right now.
Yeah, but we're Kardashians.
I don't know who I think I am walking around in these outfits.
We are. So Shein is this I don't know. It's a fast fashion app, actually. It's not even a website. I think it's just an app.
And it ships fast.
Ships fast. It's $1 per item. So check it out. They're not our sponsor. I can't do that. Now, they haven't gotten a house yet, but they can't afford a 4-bedroom. So they're going to get a 3-bedroom, and then they're going to give the extra bedroom to Asuelo.
Because, he needs a game room, Tracey.
But the boys have to share a room. Okay,
right.
Cool.
Also, can't you just get like a house with a basement and just stick them in the basement?
That is such a great thing to say. Yeah, that's definitely a good point. So he needs a game/sleep room. Oh, so he needs his own bedroom. That's what he needs.
Right, and it's also to keep like the mess at bay.
What is it like living with him?
Right.
That he has to. Does she lock him in the room?
What don't we know? There's so much more we don't know.
Is it like when like I had a friend whose cat had like some kind of kidney disorder and it would just pee everywhere. So they would keep it at night, like in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
And then it would like pee all over the bathroom, and then they would just like hose the bathroom off.
We have a friend who kept his cats in a closet. Remember, they made a cat house in the closet.
Oh, they did. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, is this a cat house? Are they locking? Is she locking him in from the outside?
I would. I would. You don't need someone like that just roaming the house at night.
It's very
He's
true.
feral.
So they don't sleep together, and he just comes in when he wants to do sexy.
But why does she let him? You know what I mean?
Well, see, that's the thing. It's like, so she said that they basically have conjugal visits and there's no more romance, and they're just basically like roommates.
That kind of sounds like a good relationship, like a little bit.
Okay, but he's also feral.
Well, I was going to say, not if there's kids involved. Like, it's like, cool, I have a roommate. I have my own room. I don't have to do anything with you.
I got to tell you, I enjoy that 1,000%.
But not when the other person's not a good dad.
Right. Or not a good roommate. He's a bad roommate.
Right. That's true. Right. He doesn't like clean.
If I'm going to have a roommate like that, like be a great roommate.
That's true.
Then my life is fine. So she said that she's the only one who puts effort into the relationship at all. And that is true.
Yeah, it is.
So she said that she's trying to teach him to be a man, but she's his mom. And this is the problem.
Yes.
This is the big problem. She is raising him.
She said you can't have a romantic relationship with someone you're mommying. And
of course,
absolutely right, because it's like you don't respect them as a man.
Yes.
You know, and it's like you're just looking at him the way she looks at her other kids. It's like, okay, well, he's just another kid I have to teach. Where is the fun in that? Not
fun. So now they both cry in the furniture store. So now the next scene, Kalani and Asuelo are doing laundry together. They're just folding the laundry. And she's saying that she wants romance.
Right.
So then she asks him, do you think our sex life is okay? And then there's a quote that upsets me.
What did he say?
She said, you still get handled and taken care of. That was a quote.
Right. Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh God, that was a lot of information.
Right. She's basically
she's an oversharer though.
She overshares with everything. But so she feels unfulfilled. Let's put it that way.
Yes. So now she said that maybe they could do some role playing. I thought this was so funny.
Okay.
And he's like,
why?
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that this was definitely produced.
But that's what I'm saying. I watched this with my mother last night too, and she's like, "What the hell is that going to fix?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know." And she's like, "Oh, he's a cop, and now she likes him. Like, what's happening?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know."
Well, he said that she could dress up like Wonder Woman and he could be the Hulk.
Okay,
She's like, that's very
Dream big.
specific. And then he's like, oh, I get it. I'm the kayak boy. But guess what, Asuelo? You are the kayak boy.
You will always be the kayak boy, Asuelo.
So I was watching TikTok last night, and there was this thing that went viral on TikTok. Was this girl that went to Nicaragua on vacation?
Oh, okay.
She was from Canada, and it says it was like this video, and it was like to the guy that I met in Nicaragua.
You sent it to me.
Yes. She's like, I think you forgot something. And then she shows his baby. She had his baby.
Yes.
So anyway, so I got more of those videos from her because I guess it was in my For You page. And he was the kayak boy.
Stop it.
On her. And I was like, oh, I know that. I know what that means.
That's
like
also,
a code
I think
word.
Victoria on Teen Mom did the same thing.
She did.
Yeah.
So now she says they can go to the sex toy store.
Okay. I mean, I'm so uncomfortable. I'm not a prude, but like, I don't need this.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Like, she's almost like trying to like flip him out and then be like, see?
Right. She does what every man does to a woman.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to like push him.
Yeah.
So when he flips, she's like, see, you really are a jerk. You haven't changed at all.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, these are terrible suggestions because all you want is romance. So he does not know what romance is. He's like, I do. I bring you food. And she goes, my brother brings me food.
And that was where she went wrong.
But the point she was trying to make is that that's not a romantic gesture. That's a nice gesture, but that's not a romantic gesture.
But he doesn't know what a romantic gesture is because, she does bring up a good point when she was with Kalini. Like, he's never been exposed really to anything. I mean, where he grew up was like really isolated.
Sure.
He saw his parents where his dad was like, head of the household. Mm-hmm. And it's like, he doesn't know. He doesn't think he has to do anything.
Sure. So now he gets really mad. And he said that she's annoying for crying. And here's the thing I did not like. When they were arguing, he stands up and like,
I know.
got in her face.
He like
I was
cowered over her.
Bro,
yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Not cowered over her. Towered over her. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Like he goes from like 0 to 100. He can't like control himself.
Well, she does not see this working.
But okay, she hasn't seen this working since last season. We left off. She wanted a divorce.
Okay, so do that.
Right. So it's like you don't like him. You still don't. It hasn't changed.
If you don't like him in your mom's house, you're not going to like him in your house.
I got news. You're going to like him less in your house.
You're going to like him a lot less because you're going to have a lot less help.
Yes. Agreed.
So, just saying. But I think that she should talk this out with a counselor. And a great way to do that, just very convenient, BetterHelp online counseling. Noelle uses it and I use it. I absolutely love it because you could do it from anywhere. You could do it from a 4-bedroom house. You could do it from your mom's house. You could do it from California.
You could do it from Utah.
You could do it anywhere because this service is available for clients worldwide. And you can text, you could have a phone call, or you could video chat with your counselor. And these are licensed professional counselors. They're specialized in all different things: depression, stress, anxiety, relationships, family conflicts. Anything that you share is confidential. It's convenient, professional, and affordable. You know I love BetterHelp.
I know you do. I love BetterHelp.
We don't have to drive anywhere. We don't have to take all of that time commuting. We don't have to wait in a waiting room. There's nothing that's awkward about it. And as a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/fiance. So many people have been using BetterHelp that they're recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states.
Yeah, I believe it. BetterHelp is awesome.
You could join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/fiance. And speaking of mental health, let's talk about Angela and Michael.
I always have a little blurb between everyone. This makes me nervous. This gave me anxiety, all of this.
Okay, I will tell you this. So you know how we're like, oh, this gave me anxiety. This actually gave me anxiety. I was not feeling well. I started to feel dizzy and nauseous. I did not feel good.
I put like the phone like right in front of my face. And I told my mom, I'm like, can you just tell me the things that I need to write down? Because I can't watch this.
It was very, very upsetting. So I actually have a real, so as much as like, I don't mind like operation stuff.
Sure.
I have a very hard time watching someone get put to sleep.
Okay, I agree with you on that. It freaks me out.
It freaks me
Uh-huh.
out very, very badly. So now
Yeah.
they're in the waiting room,
Mhm.
right? In the reception area. Did you see the Borat movie?
No.
Okay. This waiting room, a lot of people I'm sure have. Is this the same surgeon that Borat went to with his daughter?
What was his daughter getting done?
Okay, so obviously it wasn't really his daughter.
Uh-huh.
He had this actress playing his daughter, and he was saying that she was like 14 years old, and he was going to sell her.
Oh, okay, good. Uh-huh.
He wanted to give her as an offering to Mike Pence. So he wanted to get her boobs done.
Mhm.
So he brought her to this plastic surgeon, and the waiting room looked just like this one. And they were in
Really?
Beverly Hills. And it was the best part about that movie was when they were like, this cost this much money. And he's like, what about if you just fill her up with potatoes? I'm like, that sounds like me.
I think that's what my boobs are filled with. I eat so many potatoes. I
Your
swear.
your whole body's filled with mashed potatoes.
I am made of potato.
You're a potato woman. Okay, so this is why I also think it's that. So
Why?
this doctor that she goes to, the Nigerian doctor,
Yeah.
he's also the doctor that helped the woman that put the gorilla glue in her hair.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So I feel like these doctors are like into the publicity of it.
Sure.
So I feel like they agreed to go. I don't know. It looks like the same office.
So I just have a really quick question
Yes.
about the Borat movie. He comes in with an actress,
Yes.
but the doctors are not in on it.
They're not.
So him and the girl are in on it, and they're like deadpan serious.
Deadpan.
And the doctor, see, that's not my type of comedy at all. That's
I
why I don't
cannot
watch
tell you.
this.
I've watched this movie 3 times. I scream hysterically at every scene, every time.
Tracey loves when people are uncomfortable. You
Yes.
just do.
I've always loved that.
You
really
do.
do. Like even like the Jackass movie. See, that's a little bit too much for me, but that concept
Yeah.
of like the Crank Yankers, that show that was on Comedy Central. I think it's back on Comedy Central.
Those shows make me sweat. I get anxiety.
I love them. I'm going to find the scene and post it in the group. Go over to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk Podcast on Facebook, and I will post the scene from Borat, which listen, it's not the same doctor, but I feel like it's the same office.
That makes sense. Okay.
All right. So Noelle, she tells the
Tracey.
doctor she did not smoke.
Because she's afraid the doctors would say, okay, we're not going to operate.
Okay, but apparently they're not, because they know she ate solid food the whole week and was smoking.
And she
so
did
it's like,
smoke all week.
Like, come on, what are you guys doing? This is terrible publicity for you.
But can't they smell it on her? Like you were
Okay,
saying?
I could smell it on her, and
Right,
I was
and
home.
I'm not there. Right, I'm home,
I was home, and this was filmed a year ago,
and I still smell it.
I still smell it.
I
So,
wonder, does she smoke now? Like
I don't
in
know.
life? Yeah.
So I think she does, though. The doctor wants to talk to Michael.
Okay, but that's not real.
That is absolutely not real.
Okay.
Also, he's like, "Oh, your husband's really handsome." Okay, well,
Sure. Yeah. Uh-huh.
anyway, she
The doctor
says,
though is pretty handsome.
"Listen,
I
he's not
gotta
bad at
say.
all."
Yeah.
And she says, this is Angela's quote. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
I've been really anxietying.
That's how I feel, honestly.
I was like, Angela, same.
Yeah.
And
I get
especially
it.
watching this, same.
Not well. I was not well.
So Michael's scared that she's going to die and he can't come to the United States.
Yeah. Okay. I understand that. He's also afraid that he can't crank yank her around anymore. That's what he's really worried about.
Oh my God. Someone posted a picture of the Stretch Armstrong doll
I
from years ago.
LOL'd. Yes.
And was like, oh, look, it's Angela and Michael. Oh, I'm not okay. I'm not okay at all. So now they talk about boobs for a while.
But why? It's
a
like the
show.
boobs, the sex toys. Why are we doing this?
Because it's to the television.
Yeah.
And then Michael says goodbye to her boobs.
Mhm.
And then they prep her for surgery and they're marking her up with the marker.
Right.
And then the doctor on the side is like, oh, she's at high risk for death.
Right. Why are you doing this?
She's at high risk for DVT. Great. Every time I hear that, I feel like I'm going to faint.
I don't know what DVT is.
It's when you get a blood clot in your leg and it goes
All
to
right,
your
I
lungs and
I
you
don't
die.
feel good. I don't feel
Mhm.
good. I don't feel good.
They're like, yeah, because she's a high risk because she's overweight and she smokes. And it's like, yeah,
So then
she
why
smoked
would they be
1
doing
minute-
a 4-hour surgery?
Okay, why wouldn't you just do the bypass, the gastric bypass that's really quick?
Right. But that was an
wait until she-
hour. Yes.
And wait until she got healthier for the rest of it.
Exactly. That's what I don't understand. That's weird.
I don't know. So also there's a tattoo on her boobie.
Yeah, I know. Are they going to pickle it?
We talked about this on BS. If you guys want to hear what we really talk about, we didn't talk about hers. We talked about just tattoos in general with plastic surgery. Go over to patreon.com/trash talk podcast. Listen to our BS podcast. We talked about pickling and saving tattoos.
When I was watching this, I kept thinking about Tracey told me that they put ranch in pickle juice now. And that was my thought as seeing her tattoo.
Yep. TikTok. If you want me to save it, I'll save it. That's what the doctor says about her tattoo.
Like, I don't.
Why
what
would
does
we
that
say
mean?
that? But why would we say also?
Right, it's not even a good tattoo. I was thinking about getting one of my tattoos cut out after watching this. I'm like, can they do that?
Yes, they could. They could
Yeah.
absolutely get it cut out. Also, does he mean save it like it's still going to be on her boob, or like save it for later,
Maybe save it for a snack later.
like a quilt? Anyway, so they aren't clear what they're doing to her boobs before she goes under. So that's very
Yes.
comforting.
Mhm.
She's like, I still want really big boobs. He's like, I have to take out a pound or a pound and a half or 2 pounds. And she's like, yeah, I don't want that done, but do whatever you want. It's like, okay, well, I'm glad that we've all come to a conclusion.
We all communicate so well.
Now, here's the thing, and I get this.
Yeah.
She doesn't want us to change her nickname.
Right. Oh, right. Because she wants to be Perky Big Ange. And
No. You know that her nickname, they bleeped it out. It was Big Tit Ange.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
I just thought it was Big Ange, and I'm like, didn't Mob Wives already
honey,
coin that?
They call her Big Tit Angie, and now she wants to be Perky Big Tit Angie.
Oh, I missed the bleep. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. So now she thinks that she's gonna wake up from the surgery skinny.
Right. She thinks she's not going to be in pain. Like everything just happens at once.
Did anyone tell her what they're doing? Like,
No.
honestly, I feel like there's no
because they're not doing
communication.
lipo. Right.
I don't know what's going on. So now she's cursing about the IV. She's cursing about the oxygen. I got to tell you, I would have hit her in the head with a hammer.
I'd be like, just shut the fuck up for 10 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were like, all right, we're going to give you something to relax you. AKA, this is a lethal dose of something.
Well, because she's trying to fight off the oxygen.
She's like, I can't breathe with the oxygen. It's like, no, you can't breathe because your lungs have both collapsed. And that was 4 to 5 years ago. He said that she was very difficult going to sleep.
You think? She's difficult as a person in life.
Okay. Also, they show her entire surgery. This was too much for me.
That's why I couldn't. I tapped out. I saw a little bit. And I was like, no, thank you.
All right. Also, they're like, yeah, she's a great candidate to die from the surgery. She's a great candidate for infection. Also,
right. Things could leak.
Noelle.
Yeah.
And then everything clicks into place. They're doing this in the office.
Yeah.
What?
That's not a thing. I don't know.
If she's at such high risk,
yeah,
maybe a hospital.
They do plastic surgery in a hospital. I don't know. I feel like it's always in a very pretty place.
Okay, well, this is not just plastic surgery.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Actually, that's true.
She's
right. This is like a major surgery. Tracey, I don't like that she's getting put under for 4 hours. I think that someone like her, this should be done separate.
At another time.
Yeah.
Okay. So now Jojo calls Michael, and Jojo said that if Angela dies, she'll have to step in as the Mima.
But as his wife too? Is this what she's trying to imply? You know,
He's
like, don't worry. I got all these boobs right here for you, Michael.
I already put a handle on one of them.
We're already pickling her tattoo. She'll still be around.
I just stick it right on my boob. So also, they're making it like she can't wake up.
Okay. Why are they doing this? That's not real, right? Is this real?
I don't think so. In Unexpected, they made it like one of the babies after it was born wasn't going to breathe ever.
Breathing. Yeah.
And they tried to like almost show it like dangling dead.
Yes. Yes.
And then it was just fine.
And then it was like, okay, we just hit it a little.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They're going to hit Angela.
Okay. I hated the most about this while we close out Angela.
Yes.
The stuff in the mouth that they were taking out. I was like, I want to turn this show off now.
I did not like it at all. I did not want to see that. I was upset.
Yes. Agreed.
I'm sure a lot of you guys were too.
Good. I hope at least I'm not alone here.
Well, Angela should have quit smoking.
Yes.
She really should have. She could have and she should have. And if she was using Lucy nicotine lozenges and gum, it would have been so much easier for her because Lucy Nicotine is a company founded by Caltech scientists and former smokers looking for a better and cleaner nicotine alternative. Finally, tobacco alternatives that don't suck.
Finally.
Okay, so Lucy has created a nicotine gum with 4 milligrams of nicotine that comes in 3 flavors.
Mm-hmm.
Pomegranate, yum, cinnamon, and wintergreen.
Okay.
And then they also have a lozenge with 4 milligrams of nicotine in a cherry ice flavor. And each and every flavor actually tastes great.
Yum.
Yeah, it's convenient and it's discreet. And the product can be enjoyed anywhere, on flights, at work, on the go, in the gym, maybe in the OR. I don't know.
Maybe. You never know.
Probably in an Uber.
Definitely in an Uber. And you could wear your mask while doing it.
Absolutely. Listen, it's 2021. Get rid of your cigarettes, unplug your vape, throw out your dip, and get some Lucy nicotine gum or lozenges. This is the real deal. A subscription to Lucy comes directly to your door each month. It's so simple, and you don't have to leave your house because Lucy has delivery down. 90-Day Fiance Trash Talk listeners, go to lucy.co and use promo code 90dayfiance to get 20% off all products on your first order, including gum or lozenges. That's lucy.co and use promo code 90dayfiance at checkout. Also, I have to give this disclaimer. Warning, this product contains nicotine derived from tobacco, and nicotine is an addictive chemical. So that's lucy.co, and be sure to use that promo code 90dayfiance.
Awesome.
Wow. Speaking of difficult.
My little blurb.
Let's
Someone
talk-
posted in the
yeah.
group
About
Andre and Elizabeth. And
What'd
they
they say?
said that every single season has been him being
Yes.
unemployed and fighting with her family about it.
Yes, absolutely.
I was like,
agree.
I love this. I hope that Tracey appreciates this too.
I did. I really like that. Also,
Yeah.
7 a.m. he's making a salad. He has to do lunch prep.
I was wondering what he was doing. I'm like, what's this guy doing? Salad for breakfast?
It's his
That's
first day at
dedication.
work. This is like his first day of preschool.
Right. Well, this is probably his first day at work ever. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, he was a corrupt cop. You remember?
Oh, yeah. He was copping for a while.
So Libby is trying to learn his language, though. Did you notice that?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And I was like, good for you, because
She's
that's
doing a very good
not
job.
easy.
But also, she still has this cold or whatever.
Okay. It's like it's permanent now.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I don't know
And
what's
also,
going on.
it's 7 a.m. and she has on a full face of makeup
This is who she is.
to babysit.
Very
Well, not
annoying.
babysit, but to take care of her daughter.
To mother.
Uh-huh.
He said that he's not Chuck's employee, and this is a quote: "I'm going to be a big fish in the ocean. He's not going to be a big fish in a small pond. He's not going to be a small fish in a big pond. He's going to be a big fish in the ocean."
But he is so, like, he makes me laugh unlike any other.
Okay, but why are they the only ones with these weird intros
What
on
do you
the
mean?
show? Like every time it's an intro to them, it's like this weird HBO style video work.
Oh, I don't know. I don't notice the difference between them, but I'll pay attention.
Very, very strange. So, all right. So Andre picks up Chuck, and
Right.
Andre's trying to joke with him about picking him up.
Right. Like, don't get used to this.
Yeah. And Chuck's getting real nasty, and he's getting so mad that his hair is just flying off his head.
Okay. His hair was like alfalfa in the confession. I was like,
Yes.
Tracy is losing her mind watching
What
this.
is happening? How do you
Bad
have?
things.
Okay, you're on the television.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, that's how you know that the producers are not nice people.
Because they let you look like
They
that.
let you look like whatever.
They let us see Angela's insides. They're not nice people.
I'd rather see Angela's insides, I think, than
Chuck's
Chuck.
outsides.
Yes.
I agree. Yeah, this hair, just go bald. Just shave it.
You are bald. Just
Right.
stop it.
But here's the question: why are they so long? Why
Because
are
he's doing a swirl.
It's a lot.
It's like your lawn, Noelle.
Yeah, my lawn is swirly.
Your lawn. See, I went to Noelle's place, and her lawn. It looks very nice because it's a little bit long.
Yes.
And it
Uh-huh.
covers up the patches, but then if she cuts it, you see the patches.
It's true. It's
So
true.
your lawn is just a big comb over.
Yeah, we wouldn't let Matt cut it. We're like, no, then
I'm
the
like,
bald
no.
spots will show.
So that's how Chuck feels.
Okay. Listen, that makes so much sense, but like he has bad children. His children should be like, cut your hair, dad. You look like a fool.
Yes.
Also,
Okay.
you have money. Get plugs. I don't know.
Just shave your head.
No, I know. Wear a hat.
What do you think? That if he has hair, everyone's going to be like, ooh, Chuck.
It looks so natural.
Now I
know.
would like to date you. This changed everything. All right. So now Andre is so excited that he's saying we. Andre sounds like a girl on her fifth date, like really trying to convince this guy that they're boyfriend and girlfriend. He's like, so we're going to go to this house. He's like, we are going to go to this house. He's
like you're including me?
Are we a we? Like, I like how you say we. He
So
goes,
you're
yeah,
not seeing anybody else?
He's like, actually, I'm seeing Becky and Charlie, my son.
Oh God, they're all so mean though. They're just the meanest group of people.
They really are. So now, Andre, is this correct? Right. Andre said that he doesn't want to communicate with Charlie.
Yes.
Okay, but Charlie's gonna be there.
Right. So I think that he thought it was just going to be him and Chuck teaming up and he didn't have to work with anybody else.
No, that's not how it works. So now Becky arrives out of nowhere. This is the worst scripted scene I've ever seen in my life.
She comes in hot too. Come on, give me a break.
They're like, okay, this is where your line is. When he says house, you open the door, storm in. No, what are you wearing? Put on a striped dress.
Look foolish. Come on, go with wet hair.
Pretend you ran out of bed to get there. So she arrives out of nowhere and she is also not mic'd.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I don't know if it just didn't work or something, but
because I'm thinking this, right? She's okay, so she's a listing agent, right? So everybody has a different role.
Yes.
Libby's like the property manager. I get it. The listing agent would have nothing to do with this initial process right now. So this has to be fake. Why is she complaining that she wouldn't be there? The house isn't even a little bit done. Yes. The house hasn't even been worked on yet.
Correct.
And now Andre is supposed to be a handyman?
Well, I guess, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no communication whatsoever.
Right.
But also, I mean, maybe she might come as a listing agent to see what they would sell the house as and see if it's like...
Sure.
I guess. You know, I don't know. This is so staged.
Yeah, I didn't understand this. But then it's like, then I think to myself, are these fights even real? I don't
think so.
So
Andre said he's going to flip it and list it.
Good for you. Do you know what that means?
No, he doesn't. Also, Charlie's shirt is right out of the packages.
Yes.
It's got the lines in it. Why are we dressed business casual?
Right. You're just going to see your family.
To see a dirty house.
Mm-hmm.
What is happening here?
I don't know. It's very not believable.
They're like, all right, everyone wear blue on top. Andre and Chuck, you guys could wear khaki shorts. Charlie, you're going to be, we're going to place you as like the better guy in this. So you're going to wear pants.
And he always wears these golf shirts.
So yes, he does.
He does.
Andre said that he won't work for Charlie.
But it's not working for him. It's working with him.
You're working for her family.
He thinks that if anybody asks him to do anything that isn't Chuck, they think they're his boss. But I don't think that.
I don't think that at all. But also, what's with Charlie's flat haircut?
It's just not good. Listen, Charlie's drunk all the time.
He's drunk. He went, you know where he went? Him and Chuck went for haircuts together.
Yes. They went to Kohl's and bought new shirts. And then they went for haircuts.
Yeah. So Chuck goes to walk out.
Right. I guess because he's tired of everybody fighting. Okay.
Whatever.
Sure.
So then they do the walkthrough. And Chuck said that he will use some of the profits on this house to pay Andre. And then Charlie will keep everyone will keep their half. Also, Charlie's like, listen, I've been a property manager for 3-4 years.
But that's what I mean.
So I know everything that's going on.
I'm thinking that he was all the way involved since he's like a teenager.
No, because he's not even, they wanted him to stop drinking. And then they were like, he's not gonna. So let's just give him a job.
We'll give you a pretend job.
Yeah. It's like, you have to wear pants though. That's the thing.
It's so fun. I think it's kind of cool though that they have this company where like everyone does something different. That's kind of cool.
Right. But also I read that they're like very bad, like slumlords.
Yes. You were telling me about that. It was Chuck.
Yeah. So I don't really think anything is nice anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Andre was prepping his lunch. He was having some salad.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that he's doing what he knows how to do to get healthy. But
Right.
think about everything that you've ever learned about getting healthy. There's a lot of contradictory information out there. And things like that old-fashioned food pyramid aren't much help.
Okay.
Enter Noom.
Ooh.
Yeah, because Noom, it's just like, it's not about what you just ate, but how you eat in general.
Okay.
Noom teaches you about eating, your cravings, and how to build new habits so you can ditch your misconceptions and get smart about food and the choices you make.
Awesome.
Specific goals that you want to achieve with Noom, like you can talk to Noom about that.
Okay.
You know, you could just want to eat more vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could want to control your cravings. You could do all different things because this is a very, very easy, convenient program.
Okay.
Noom is based in psychology. It teaches you why you make the choices you do, and it gives you the tools to replace your habits with healthier ones.
I love that.
Yeah, because it's cognitive behavioral.
Okay.
It means that you're not just losing weight, you're building the habits you need to keep it off, because it's not just what you eat, Noelle.
Well, it isn't just what you eat, right?
There is a science to getting healthier. It's called Noom. Sign up for your trial today at Noom.com. Noom.com/trash talk. Learn how to eat again with Noom. Sign up for your trial today at Noom.com. Noom.com/trash talk.
Awesome.
If you're ready to learn how to live together and healthier, Noom.com/trash talk.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Speaking of a balanced diet, let's talk about Yara and Jovi.
Jovi, Jovi.
He's leaving in a few weeks.
He's been leaving in a few weeks.
She doesn't want to drink alcohol. But she's breastfeeding.
Right.
He's like, you're not driving. She's like, no, I'm breastfeeding.
Yeah. Okay.
So she's holding the baby and the baby's hungry. They're at an outdoor restaurant.
Right.
He said that he didn't even know it was legal to breastfeed in a restaurant.
And he didn't know how he would feel if he was there seeing someone else breastfeed.
Oh my God.
How dare they?
Light the place on fire.
I know. Seriously. Just burn the place down.
Pound on the table and scream.
How dare you allow this
You
in
feed
here?
a baby? That's disgusting.
Gross. Out of your breast?
Yuck. What is that called? What is that called? Breastfeeding? Yuck.
Can I taste it?
How was he raised?
Not well. He was raised in the bayou by Gwen, I guess.
I know, but I feel like, he was also adopted.
Why didn't I know that?
Oh, because you're stupid.
He was adopted? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
adopted.
okay.
So I get it, but also have you ever heard of breastfeeding?
No.
Okay.
Listen, he's like that guy. He's like a party guy.
I know, but I was
on
like
a boat,
offended.
and then I drink a lot, and then I go back on the boat, and then I drink a lot. Like, what
but
does
you
he do?
you go to a strip club, and that's totally fine. You're not
Yes.
offended by the breast, but you're offended by not even a breast that you could see, because you can't see it because she has a little blanket over the baby.
I don't know. I think that
Are you offended that the woman has a breast?
no, I think he's offended by the act of having the breast out in public. I don't know.
Okay, he goes to strip clubs.
Listen,
It's
I don't
not
know.
even out. It's
He's
covered
drunk all the time. I don't know.
Oh God. Well, he's been sleeping in the living room
Mm-hmm.
because, quote, she just had a baby go through her vagina.
I mean, okay, but also, why isn't he sleeping in there? I guess he's up late, maybe so she could sleep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure she just wants her space.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to leave the baby for a honeymoon yet. He wants her to leave the baby for at least a week to go on a honeymoon. She's breastfeeding. Like, what don't you understand?
But that's the thing, he doesn't understand. But I also think she is a lot.
Right, but they're also the baby's a week old, right?
No, I get it. Listen, she's a new mom, but I do get what he's saying. Like, he needs to learn too, and he doesn't have that opportunity.
Yes. So now she's obsessing because the baby's in the sun.
Right.
Also, I don't want the baby in the sun. I get
no
that.
way.
Then she goes home and she put on some lipstick that smells like coconut with chocolate.
I'd like that lipstick.
I
want
would
some.
also like that lipstick.
I wish it came in my boxy jar.
Jovi is like, oh, let me hold the baby. She's like, no, you're going to wake her up. He's like, no, I'm not. As he takes the baby and wakes her up all the way.
I know. It's like, what are you doing? She's like, can't you just like hold her? Like, do you have to be such a pain in the ass?
He like sits the baby up and like, is like, hey, wake up.
But he like giggles about it. It's not
Yeah.
funny.
No. She looks so good. She looks so good.
Her hair,
Everything.
her hair.
But I think that's what it
everything.
is. I think that also when she ditched those extensions, it was like
She
next
did the
level.
extensions. She added dimension.
Yes, I really
Mhm.
like it. So, also he said that his parents got divorced when he was little. Did we know that?
I didn't even know they were divorced. I had no idea.
But
I didn't know he was adopted. I don't know.
Okay, well, she, the baby stops crying when Yara holds her.
That was very cute.
Yes. So now he doesn't know what kind of parents they should be. He's like, we never really talked about it. All right. Well, you know what? This is the second time she was pregnant.
Right. Well, listen, in his defense, he was gone for most of this pregnancy.
Okay,
How
maybe
much time
text
did they
her.
have to talk?
Maybe text her and be like, what kind of parents do you want to be?
I guess. I guess.
Maybe email her.
But I think he feels like she just has all the control,
Yes,
all of the say.
He thinks that she's very bossy. And he thinks that she's also overbearing as a mother. And then she's like, okay, so I'm overbearing. You were with the baby the other day. You fell asleep with her in your arms.
Right.
And then you, like, it almost sounds like he kind of dropped her a little.
Like he fell asleep and she was like falling
Right.
down or something.
And then he goes, this is a quote, she's a kid. Kids get hurt.
Not at a week old though. Yeah, they get bruised up when they're like 5 climbing trees.
We have
I
a
don't
really
know.
rambunctious 1 week old.
Yeah, I've never climbed a tree.
He was jumping on the bed.
Yeah, I like that she's like, treat it like a gold egg.
Yes. Yes.
Like, all right,
please.
I'll treat the baby
I like how
a
you call
gold
the
egg.
baby it. So that was good too.
Oh yeah, listen.
It's who you are.
That's who I am. And I don't mean anything by it.
Oh my God. Speaking of neglect.
Right.
Speaking of neglect, let's talk about Natalie and
Speaking
Michael.
of rotten eggs.
Well, he left her at the hotel and Natalie drives the pickup truck home with a mask on
Okay,
alone
but
in the car.
How did he get home?
All right. So this is what happened. I think that he was working in Seattle and she went there to meet him.
Okay.
But that's the vehicle she drives is the pickup truck.
I think so. I love it. Good for her.
I don't think she does though. I think that this somehow was staged because she has a mask on alone in the car.
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
you
but
just
she's
drove 4
also-
hours with a mask on alone in the
That
car.
would be terrible. I'd pass out.
So Noelle, she's a psychopath. She's a psychopath.
Listen,
he's not great.
Terrible.
No.
though.
I'm not saying he's good. He's very, very bad, but she's
Mhm.
crazy. So she goes in, she asks him to apologize. And he
Yes.
tells her, no, you apologize. And she's
Right.
like, okay, fine.
Uh-huh.
She's like, I'm so sorry. Oh, Michael, I'm so sorry. And then she starts
She
dancing.
dances. Uh-huh.
Because she's so full of it.
Yeah, but also, so anytime she says something that annoys him, he gets to walk away.
Okay, they're both crazy.
He's abusive. That's so
He's very abusive, but also she almost doesn't care.
She doesn't
because
care.
Because she's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, he thinks that I did something wrong. Okay, fine, whatever. As long as I could be in America.
Listen, after what happened with them, when she gave him the ring back, that it should have been over then. They should have never have pursued this relationship since then.
But it probably was in her head, but she still wanted to come here.
She still wanted to come here, but he knew that it was over with. Like he just wanted to dick her around.
Yep. So now he calls
Literally.
her, he calls her a Sour Patch Kid. I think he's calling her bipolar. That's what he's calling her.
I don't know. Matt always calls me a Sour Patch Kid.
Really?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay, then she's like, can I hug you? And then he barks at her. What
Yeah,
is
I
wrong with
don't
both
know.
of them?
I don't know. I'm like, what's happening here?
I don't know.
don't
So now
know.
he FaceTimes with his mom. His mom calls him every day at 4:10 a.m. so that they could talk on his way to work
About life.
about bangs.
Uh-huh. About boas.
So
Like,
he
what?
asks if she's excited to see Natalie, and she goes,
Right. She didn't know how to say no.
and then she's like, listen, Mike, I don't know how to say this, but I don't need no I think she meant drama.
I don't mean no bad stuff.
And she said, I don't need no bad stuff. So then he asked what she's going to be making for Thanksgiving.
Okay. I want to come over.
Okay. Mint chocolate pie. And I
Yeah.
was like, Noelle's there.
I'm into it. That would be like a big Andy's candy.
Okay. What do you think is happening in this mint chocolate pie?
Maybe some chocolate pudding,
Mhm.
right? With like some creme de menthe in it or something.
This is so much chocolate though, because this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like almost like Thin Mints as the crust.
What if you do Thin Mints as a crust? That would be delicious.
Yeah, but I feel like then chocolate pudding is more chocolate. Like that's too
No,
much.
but then you did a vanilla pudding, but just made it mint.
You know what you could also do? You could just fill it with toothpaste.
Listen, I don't know. I had chocolate covered Oreos. They were chocolate covered mint Oreos, and they were.
I know, but a pie.
I
is
was
so
about that
much.
life. I know.
Well, the mom also said, she said that she's not going to be getting her a tofurkey. And now I'm going to translate this. So she said, so she's like, well, you know, she only eats fish. And she goes, this is what Trish said. There's a river at the bottom of the hill. You could probably get like a water moccasin from it. Do you know what a water moccasin is?
A shoe?
It's a deadly poisonous snake that lives.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. It sounded like a shoe.
It's not. It's a poisonous snake that lives in the river.
Oh, and she lives in Oklahoma. There's lots of snakes there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
she
that's
eat a poisonous
terrible.
snake?
Yeah, she's not very nice. Yeah, here's some puffer fish too I made for you.
All right. Well, let's talk about Tiffany. And speaking of snakes, let's talk about Tiffany and Ronald.
Oh, okay.
All right. So Daniel's going to help her build a bed frame. Is Daniel her husband? Because Daniel is like, listen, Mom, I have been building the furniture. I'm the one who moves. I take care of this kid.
He's got a good personality, this kid.
I love him.
Yeah, me too. What a good son to have.
Like, if I have to have a kid,
right.
Maybe I'll just adopt Daniel.
Because like, look, she has Carly. He helps so much with her.
He takes care of the kid. He's building a bed frame. He's like 4 years old.
I know. It's like, how do you know how to do this?
Okay, but here's the other thing.
Yeah.
Last time he saw his dad was 6 months ago. My dad, his dad, my dad,
That's not the last time you saw your dad, kid.
The last time you saw your dad, I don't know if you remember the last time you saw your dad.
Yeah, you might not have seen him since you've been born.
Right.
It's not Ronald either.
But isn't that weird how hard they push that?
There's obviously some kind of problem there.
Right. But also, I love that Daniel's also wearing a gold watch.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at that and I'm like, that's really nice. Where'd that come from?
Maybe he got a job and maybe that was for his promotion.
Maybe
his boss got it.
Maybe he bought the tickets and she refunded his money.
Maybe he became a partner at the law firm and they bought him a gold watch to celebrate.
6-figure salary, hon.
So now Daniel has to go babysit Carly.
Right, of course.
While she video chats with Ronald. And she says to him, this is a quote, "How are you a man who does nothing and still expects more from me?"
I mean, I've heard this quote a lot in my life, but I've still not seen her shoulders. I'm never going to get over this.
She will always expose her shoulders to us.
Why? I want to know if people ask her this. People like DM her.
She posted about it on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah. And she was like, it was like a picture of her like doing like a video check. You know, it was like during the show. And she was like, you love my shoulders or something like that.
But what happens when it's cold and it's snowing? Does she cut holes in like
no,
turtleneck?
That's why they're called cold shoulders. They're just cold.
I guess. I'm so interested in this wardrobe choice. She's committed to it.
She has a down jacket with cold shoulder holes.
The feathers just fly out in back of her.
Out. So now she's yelling about her sacrifices. She's yelling. She's crying. And he said that he's working now. Now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
This guy's a deadbeat all the way.
100%.
He goes, I'm working now. She's like, oh, yeah. What'd you get a job doing? He's like, oh, well, it's a temporary job.
Right.
I'm a temporary motorcycle mechanic. Okay. I don't know if you're like a that's like saying like, oh, yeah, I actually got a job on Craigslist. I'm a surgeon now.
Right. I was just going to say I'm a temporary surgeon.
I'm a temporary surgeon. It's just seasonal.
Why do we speak? I was just going to say it was a seasonal surgeon job.
It's for all those Christmas surgeries. That's what it's for. So
man.
He apologized for everything he did. And she's like, all right, well, I guess I have to give him another chance because I have to.
She berates him a lot, though. Listen, he's a deadbeat, but she's mean.
Okay, but you knew he was a deadbeat when you started with him. Like he hasn't changed. He hasn't changed one bit.
No, but she certainly has. She went from Ronald, I love him, I'd do anything for him, to like, F you, Ronald, you're a loser, Ronald.
Yeah.
She's not very nice.
No, she's not. Mm-hmm. Speaking of not very nice.
Okay, Tracey, I've had it.
I am
had
done
it.
with her. I am Team Brandon all the way.
Yes, I've literally had it. And it's funny, in the beginning, I was like, oh, she's kind of
Yeah.
cute. And then
No.
it's
She's
grown
a nasty,
in
nasty
me.
B word.
Yeah, she's a little TWAT.
Yep. So now Betty asked if we're talking about Julia and Brandon, obviously.
Yeah.
Betty asked if Julia is ready to feed the animals, and Julia just looks at her,
Mhm.
dead stare.
But Betty's also growing her hair out. Very cute.
Very cute. Okay. Sure.
Better than the bouffant, I guess.
Okay, sure. And then Julia says, this is a quote, I stuck on the farm and nothing changed.
Yeah, I mean, you just got back from Vegas last week.
Relax.
Yeah.
So she's also trying to feed the horse.
Mm-hmm.
And she says that she's a slave for his parents. Relax.
Yeah, give me a break. Okay. I get that she didn't know she was going to do this.
But did she not?
But did she not? I don't know.
She said that they don't pay her. Okay.
Yeah, you live there for
You
free.
live there. Yeah, so they pay you. And she said that she has a degree to be a designer. That's news to me.
What?
What
kind
of designer?
Right. What are you designing exactly? Design me something.
Go ahead, design.
Design. Let me watch.
Design to feed the animals. That's what you do. You design to feed the animals. You design to clean the poop. So she also, I've seen what you wear.
Right.
I liked one of your tops one time.
Right. But that's what I mean. Right. The white top.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So she said that they don't pay her and she has a degree to be a designer, but she's looking for a job as a wedding planner in Richmond.
But okay, realistically, she does not know anything about Richmond.
Also, there's no COVID?
Oh, no, there's no COVID.
Cool.
Mhm.
So she wants to start to learn about wedding planning. So she meets up with this woman, Christine, who works as a wedding planner. And she said, and now here's the other thing. So they interview Christine separately.
Right.
And they're like, so what do you think of Julia? And she goes, first impressions are she's very cute. What does that have to do with
What
anything?
does that have to do with her wedding planning?
Oh,
yeah, I
hate
hate that.
So anyway,
Yeah.
so she tells her basically to network and then they do a COVID hug.
Right. Okay. Network. I get it because she doesn't know anybody.
She's absolutely right. She's like, you have to. And then she kind of like throws shade at her language skills.
I know, which is
like
a common theme I'm seeing here.
Right. She's like, well, what if, a lot of it's communication. What if they don't understand you and the bride and the groom and the wedding day and blah, blah. And it's like, all right.
Yeah.
Listen, you're not hiring her. There's no COVID weddings. Like, stop.
Right. She's also not coming on a job interview. She just wants to like a mentor a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah.
But all right. Well, whatever. So Brandon's playing video games and Julia says she's lonely. So he's like,
they're in jail clothes, by the way.
I know. So he said, oh, you had a meeting with a designer? What? So she's like, all right, well, I need to meet people. So he's like, okay, you can meet my friend Melanie. She lives nearby. She's my friend from high school.
Right. Okay. Very nice.
She's like, oh, you're in love with her?
Right. Have you ever dated her?
He's like, no, not at all. And she goes, well, why? You think she's ugly? And he's like, no. She's like, you think she's beautiful? He's like, no.
Right. Why?
I'm like,
why are they
I'm
doing
sorry.
This?
Melanie should punch you both in the face. That's
right.
what
Now,
should
Melanie
do.
hates all of you. You lost a friend.
So he says, no, she's not beautiful. She's not ugly. And then now Julia thinks that he's secretly in love with her and that she's secretly in love with him.
But just because, did he never mention her before? I don't know. Like, where is this coming from?
Do you think that he wasn't alive before? Anyway, she said that women are sneaky.
Okay.
She doesn't want him speaking to anyone else. She doesn't want to hear about his childhood. She doesn't want to hear about his past. She doesn't want to be friends with Melanie, but she'll meet her because she doesn't trust women. She said that she does not care about anything that happened in his life before she met him.
That is disgusting.
She is a yuck.
She is a yuck. He made a mistake by marrying her. Listen,
he's big
like,
mistake.
He like, whatever. People can make fun of him. Oh, I'm mama's boy, whatever. But he's not mean. She's mean.
She's mean. His family's nice. You know how I feel about her? You know when Julia Roberts, when Julia Roberts went to go shopping on Rodeo Drive, and then she went to a different store and she got like all these clothes and she had like this makeover, and then she went back to the store that denied her.
Yes.
And she opened the door and she's like, big mistake.
Yes.
That's how I
She's
feel
a
about
big
her.
mistake.
She's a big mistake.
You actually compared something else
I
in
did.
life to that the other day. It was very funny.
Shopping in Tiffany's is like that.
That was very funny. That made me like LOL. I was like, what a good metaphor, Tracy.
I waited to get someone to help me in Tiffany's for 45 minutes.
That's so unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
That's so rude.
And then they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did you get lost? Are you
Like,
lost?
do you know what we sell here?
Yeah. Are you lost? Did you want to go to Kohl's?" I'm like,
a lot
actually,
of Kohl's references here.
If there's any Kohl's around here, if you could just point me in the proper direction, that'd be great. She's like, "Oh, you're looking for jewelry? How about Claire's? Have you ever heard of Claire's? It's in the mall. It's just about 5 miles down the road." Big mistake, Brandon.
Man. Big mistake. Huge.
Huge mistake.
Huge.
Just saying.
Huge. That's what you like to say. Huge.
Huge mistake. She is going to ruin your life.
Yeah, she's very mean, and he is gonna do everything he can to please her, and then he's gonna hate her.
Well, she could be a Zoom wedding planner.
Okay, let her be. She ain't gonna be mine.
Nope, not mine either.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. This episode has been so life-changing to both of us. Make sure you join Patreon at patreon.com/trash talk podcast. Do not forget to post about us. You can tag us. We're 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Trixie Tuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and Stereo. Noelle is Noe Girl. Catfish Trash Talk is out. All the stuff. Join the Facebook group if you want to talk about the show or the podcast. We're here for you.
We are for you.
We love you.
All the way.
Okay, bye.
Bye.